Good morning. This is Around the House with Kay and Tom. I'm always trying to figure out something different to cook, something new to cook, and I read up on some of the stuff that Tom has done, and we're going to give this a shot. I'm not saying it's going to be perfect or how it's going to be, but anyway, I have this pack of baby back ribs, pork baby back ribs from Smithfield. I am going to use butt rub and Old Bay seasoning for seafood, poultry, and meats. And we're going to rub this down. I am going to do something entirely different. I have a Ninja XL cooker. I know Tom has cooked in it before, and I've cooked very little in it, but I've just decided today that I am going to cook these ribs in this cooker. So we're going to roast it and just see how it turns out. So let's get started. As I say, I have never tried this before. About the only thing I've cooked in this cooker has been something like just some bread or something like that, or garlic toast. The cooker's really good for that. But we're just going to try these ribs. I'm going to rinse them off just a little bit. And I'm going to lay them on this pan. And the pan seems to be longer than shorter than my ribs. So I'm going to give this a cut. And we're going to have to put it on there in two pieces. Start with the butt rub. We're going to do both sides. Make sure you get the edges. And we're going to use the Old Bay seasoning. Mix it with this. Tom was always one of those that try things. You need to try stuff. Looks like I have got it well coated. Now what we're going to do now is I'm going to take our pan and we're going to spray it with Pam. We're just going to lay the meat on there. I am going to put it in my handy dandy little Ninja XL fryer. Well, it's not a fryer. You're supposed to be able to fry, roast, broil, everything on with this thing. Okay, we're going to cut this. We're going to cut it on, and we're going to select air roast, whole roast. We're going to do whole roast. So let's select what we want. We're going to cook it at 350 degrees. Get it started to preheat. Okay, I have got it 350 degrees. It is whole roast and it's preheating. Okay, it has now told me that it has got to 350. We're going to change the time and I'm going to cook it for 1 hour. You know, I think I'm going to back up and just cook it for 30 minutes. I put it on rack number 1. We're going to cook it for 30 minutes and then then we'll come back and check it and see how it is. And I'll be honest with you, we may wind up putting this thing in the stove or pressure cooker or something. I have no idea. And again, this is just a package of pork baby back ribs coated with Old Bay seasoning spice, Bad Byron's butt rub. We shall come back and see how this turns out. Okay, it's been cooking for 30 minutes, and I just thought I would just see what it looks like. Well, I'll be dogged if it doesn't look good. Of course, it's not done in 30 minutes, but I just wanted to see what it was doing. So we will set it for another 30 minutes. Okay, there it goes. It sure does smell good. Okay, this has been cooking for an hour. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take out a piece and we're just going to cut and just see what it is. So just give me a second. Okay, I put it on a plate. And let's just see what this is like. It may not be anything we even care to eat. I need a better knife than that. Or maybe I need to hold it different. Hold on one second. Now, we're going to hold this up. And we're just going to cut through one of these and just... Now, this has been cooking for 1 hour. I want you to see this. This meat is done. Very done. And all I did was I used the butt rub, the Old Bay seasoning, rubbed it on both sides, and put it in our lovely Ninja XL. And I'm just going to cut off a piece of it. Or maybe not, it is so hot. Let's just see what it tastes like. I cannot believe how good that tastes. And it took 1 hour to cook this piece of meat. I cooked it in this Ninja XL oven. Now I'm going to take this pan out right here. That's got the other piece on it. We're going to set it right there just to get it out of that oven. And the good thing about it is that the oven itself is not dirty. It's got a few specks in it, but what I'll do is just wipe it down just as soon as it cools. And this is what the other piece looks like. It's still sizzling. It has really got a very good flavor. So I'm going to cut this up into pieces, ribs, and this will be my dinner for tonight. I have some corn on the cob, and so I will be having baby back ribs and corn on the cob. I know this is a short video. Hope you enjoyed it, and come back to see me again. And if you don't have one of these XLs, Ninja cookers, it is really worth the money to get one. I know Tom cooked in it a lot, and I may just start doing more than I have been doing. And again, Around the House with Kay and Tom, please subscribe, give me a thumbs up and a comment, and we'll see you next time. Have a good afternoon. Ninja Foodi XL Pro Air